My mother was an immigrant who came to this country with nothing. I mean, one suitcase is all she had. No money, not much education. And so I kind of come from that background, living with immigrants and knowing what immigrant families are like. And I know the struggles they had. And so I just feel very strongly about welcoming immigrants to this country.
Senator Harkin is a great senator because he is a good man with solid values. He grew up in rural Iowa to a coal miner father and a Slovenian immigrant mother. And there he learned the importance of family, hard work, community, and responsibility. He applies these values to his work in the Senate every day.
It's interesting because Iowa isn't the first state you think of when you think of the Latino community, but Senator Harkin is a real champion of the working person in this country. And his relationship with the Latino community starts with us as workers, people deserving of a decent wage, decent working conditions, respect. And he's about that for all people in this country, including the Latino community.
It just seems to me that if you're paying taxes in America, you ought to be able to take advantage of what those taxes buy, and especially food stamps. Secondly, the WIC program, Women, Infants, and Children's Program, ought to be available to everyone in America. Because after all, we're talking about kids. I don't care who you are, and I don't care why you're here. If you're here and you've got kids here, we want to make sure that they're healthy, that they get decent medical care, that they get immunizations, and that they get proper food. I mean, that's just the minimum that we ought to be doing. One of the things that I am acutely interested in now is not just the provision of making sure people have enough food, but the whole issue of nutrition. And how are people eating, and what are they eating? One alarming fact that came to me, data just in the last year or so, was there's some indications now that almost 1/2 of all Latino children in America today will get diabetes. That's shocking. I mean, that just shouldn't be. So we've got to focus attention not just on food, but on nutrition, and making sure that kids get the right start in life, that they get the proper nutrition so they aren't susceptible to diabetes.
Senator Harkin has a lot of history in the Senate. He's a powerful leader. He serves on committees with a lot of power, and he hasn't really lost his touch with respect to real people, working people, people of color, and Latinos in this country.
What I'm talking about is when you apply for food stamps. When you are in need and you want to apply, or you want to modify your food stamps.
And to his credit, he's really stood by us when the chips were down on issues like food and nutrition, like education, like health care, like workers' rights. Senator Harkin's really there for this community.
That's when you need to have someone there that can help you immediately know your situation and talk to you.
NCLR in the future is going to have to be there and fighting with us to make sure we don't roll back this progress, that we continue to expand and welcome our new immigrants to this country, give them all the civil rights, constitutional rights, make sure that they have education, decent housing, decent health care, decent supply of food. These are the things that NCLR has always fought for, and they'll be there in the future for us too.
Senator Harkin works hard and has a very well-earned reputation for giving a voice to those too often overlooked in Washington. He is a true friend of the Latino community and embodies what compassion is all about. We are fortunate to have him as a leader in the U.S. Senate.